Hey guys, Mark with Frostbite Furniture here again. If you remember last time we went and we were refinishing these this table here, and now we're gonna be applying the coat of stain to it. I went through, I've already done most of it, I just got this piece left, but I'm going through right now. I'm sanding it with a 320 grit sandpaper. Actually, I'm going to change this sandpaper here quick before I get started on this part. That's a little bit I wanted to try to pass on to everybody. I think it's kind of a mistake that a lot of people make, is people use their sandpaper a bit too long. Sometimes it doesn't really feel like it's all clogged up or anything, but sandpaper gets dull. And it usually gets dull a lot faster than a lot of people think it does. So even good sandpaper is pretty cheap compared to how much time you can end up putting into the work. So change your sandpaper. Don't let it go too long, and if you let it go too long, you're just going to be sitting there working and not getting as much done, not doing as nice of a job. So change the sandpaper. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and start sanding this, and just follow along. Now we're not sanding very much off, we're just sanding just a little bit, because when you put the conditioner on, it ever so slightly raises some of the grain up. So what you're doing is you're just kind of taking that little bit that it raises it off. If you sand it much more than I just did here, you're going to sand that conditioner right off. And that defeats the whole purpose of it. So we just give it a really light sand like that. As you sand, it should be more about touch than like how much it goes over. So if you notice when I'm sanding, I'm constantly running my left hand over it, and that's kind of testing it all the time to see where I got to sand more. Your hand can feel that way better than any other method. It should feel almost, not quite glass smooth. I mean, that would be in a perfect world, but it should feel pretty darn smooth, pretty close to glass smooth. And I especially like to get all the areas that somebody is going to touch when they just kind of naturally walk up to it. I like to get those a little extra good. I'll sometimes give my sandpaper a little tap like that to try to get some of the stuff out of it. Okay, now it's time to put away the sanding block and just pick up some loose paper. So tear it, that way you can have just a small piece, because all you really need. And I'm not going to get down inside of every little groove with this coat. I'm mostly just doing the bigger parts here that people are going to touch. Or that'll really reflect a lot if the luster is on. Here it's all about kind of if something is on one side or the other of the little grooves in here, that's what matters the most. Kind of remaining consistent all the way around. You don't want to sand like right here. If you sand like just a little piece kind of into the thing here, but not, say your sand line is sanded, not sanded, it's kind of wavy, that'll show up. But you can say follow this little groove right here. Go all the way around, sand one side, not sand the other, and it'll look all right. Especially when it's in this kind of a, turned leg like this. Go do the other leg. Sitting here sanding over here where you guys can't even see me. Now that's good TV, But this just takes a moment. I'd sing for you guys or something, but I'm pretty horrible at that, so that would be not a great idea. Okay, just about done. Okay, that wraps that up. Next I'm going to take all the dust that we just generated off of this. I'm going to do that by this little simple compressed air right here. So I'm going to blow it. I'm going to blow this table first. I also, whenever I'm blowing dust off of a workpiece like this and there's a work surface right underneath it, I always make sure I blow the work surface off also, because say I just blow this off but I leave a little bit of sawdust here. It happens every time. I'll get a little bit of that sawdust and it'll follow something or follow my elbow and it'll get up into here. So I want to always just blow off the work surface also. And I can't forget I got the 2 leaves over here. Okay, sorry about the little break in the action there for a minute. I couldn't find my bucket of rags, so I had to go get another one out of the other room. For this project, we are going to be using a Varathane Golden Mahogany, number 233. I like this Varathane stain. It seems to be pretty even. I kind of got turned on to it doing floors, and I don't know, I just really like it. It's got kind of a nice rich color. I use a lot of Minwax stuff sometimes too, but this stuff is just a little bit nicer. Sometimes we've used kind of the higher end, like really high end, like the General Finishes is a real nice stain also, but it's not quite as readily available right here. I gotta order everything that I use for that, so I just stick to this Varathane. It works pretty good. And now you guys will probably be able to hear me better now that the air compressor finished up. Okay, and we're not going with an exact match on here. This is the color sample I showed the customer. I have a little block like this of all the different colors that we use and a variety of species. And the customer really liked this one, but would like it to be ever so slightly darker than this. So as I put this on, I'm going to be trying to make it just a little heavier than how the sample ended up, because I think that will end up being how she wants it. So, go ahead and throw some gloves on. Open up the can. I want to give it a pretty good stir in there, because this was a new thing of stain. And it's one of the reasons I like the Varathane a little better too, is it doesn't settle as bad as the Minwax, but you still got to mix it pretty good. Some of the Minwax stains, if they sit for a real long time on the shelf, say it's a kind of an unpopular color, it'll be almost a sludge on the bottom. And unless you get every last bit of that sludge dissolved and back up inside, it'll be a really inconsistent color. And that is no good. So, this is what we're going to go for. I'm gonna lay it on with just a simple, cheap little 2-inch foam brush. I may, for some parts, I'm probably gonna use a sponge applicator that we have here. Let's see. Let's get you a little closer here, so that way you can see what I'm doing better. Actually, let's just train you. We'll work on this one first. Okay, to start with, I'm going to start kind of down here. I like to always lay everything in nice long strokes. Yeah, just so you know in a video too as I do this thing. Jen just walked in. She's going to help me out here in just a moment. So that way we can